He is the best player, and there's
in a lot of people.
I was just going to say, he has a lot of support to that. What? Yes.
Yeah, boy.
So the 9-ball drops, and the cue ball doesn't for Mike Siegel.
What? What a miss. What a 4 in a row.
Another one.
He didn't want to do that. He's straight in. He has no angle to come off the rail. He's going to have to really rifle his ball in.
Well, that's a big shot.
Uh-oh. What I tell you. Look at the break he got.
Well, he tried to play it the way you said.
Keep doing it like it's straight in every time. Can't get anywhere else but straight in.
He got away with one though.
They don't get lucky.
Psychological edge now goes to Mike Siegel.
No, I am glad I am up here. I'm fainting on every shot up here.
Earl Strickland's got to sit and think about that one.
Try to go.
You did.
Now what?
Oh.
Now what?
There we go.
Now what?
That's what I wanted.
This isn't a hanger.
Cut this one if I miss it.
This one goes in the upper corner. He's gonna try to make it all the way down here. Slice his ball.
No good.
Oh,
Get it?
Kasalanan mo yan eh.
He did. Earl.
Okay, my turn.
He can hit the ball. I'm just not sure if it passes by the 6. So. Oh, terrific shot.
Magandang hapon mga kaibigan, mga kabilyard. Welcome to Efren Reyes reaction and commentary videos. For today's reaction video, ito pag-usapan natin at panoorin natin itong exciting match between Efren Reyes, Mike Siegel at saka itong si EARL Strickland, no? At dito nga mukhang maglalaban muna itong number 1 at saka number 2 sa world ranking na si EARL Strickland sa number 1 spot at si Mike Siegel naman sa number 2 spot. Dito nga maglalaro sila ng 9-ball, race to 9 yung kanilang match para sa 1998 World 9-Ball Championship. Ito yung final match nila at ito yung kauna-unahang World Championship match na pinagtalunan nitong dalawang napakagaling na pool master, no, ng US. Itong si EARL Strickland at saka itong si Mike Siegel. At dito nga makikita ninyo nanalo sa lag si Mike Siegel kaya siya yung nag-break, pero unfortunately dry break yun kaya ito balik sa table ulit si EARL Strickland. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
He thinks the same way I do right now. Looks like he's cutting the one on the side.
You see the shot clock ticking down. I made a nice shot there. Shot clock ticking down. Got down about 6 seconds. Now, that has not been a problem for Earl Strickland throughout the competition here for all these weeks, but it has been a problem for Mike Siegel. It was a definitive problem in a semifinal match with Buddy Hall.
Could have a quick game here. Can a 9 billiard off the 2, Barry?
Earl Strickland likes those kinds of shots, and he's had great success with them.
See, he can play a double shot here. He can almost play the 9 and play safe. Tried the 9. Didn't make it.
At doon nga sinubukang ikarambola ni EARL Strickland yung 9 sa corner pocket pero hindi umubra at nagkaroon naman ng chance na bumalik sa table itong si Mike Siegel. So tingnan natin kung paano ubusin at maka-advantage dito si Mike Siegel, no, sa kanyang tira dito sa rack number 1. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
He's going to play safe. He's going to shoot at the 2, knock the 2 down here, and bring the cue ball right here behind this 3 ball.
Well, they call him Captain Hook, and it is for that reason that he plays these kinds of shots extremely well.
Look at this shot. Perfect.
Left the alley.
Dito nga mukhang nag-play safe muna itong si Mike Sigel at naitago niya no itong ball number 2 dito sa cluster ball sa ibaba. Mukhang mahirapan dito si Strickland talaga sa ganitong klaseng tira. Kaya tingnan natin kung makalusot si Strickland dito.
Uh-oh, he overcut it.
Oh, he did.
But he didn't leave Sigel a shot.
No, he didn't.
He overcut it for a specific reason.
It's tough getting started, I guess.
If he undercut it, that ball would have hung right in the hole. And Sigel would have had a shot at the 2. Since he overcut it, he hit it off the side rail. Came back where Sigel doesn't have a shot.
So what we've got right now is kind of a sparring session.
Right.
Where both men a little slow out of the blocks, playing more of a defensive posture. Did well to hit it.
Okay, Strickland is back.
Mahusay yung counter safety doon ni Strickland no, bagamat masyadong manipis yung tira niya at na corner pa rin niya itong si Sigel kaya nagkaroon ng opening dito si Strickland naman. Kaya tingnan natin kung ma-run out ni Strickland itong rack number 1. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
Play to the crowd a great deal. Strickland not quite as talkative.
Relatively simple run out from here. Earl's got to be careful he doesn't snooker himself on the 6. Great shot.
Earl's been making great shots right along.
Yes.
Well,
Flew too hard, but he's okay. There's no problem.
going.
Well, he's 3 inches out of the line. Game 1 to Strickland right here.
Textbook stuff here from Earl Strickland.
Solid. Solid whap. When those balls go in the pocket like that.
At dito nga tulad ng inaasahan mukhang makaka first blood nga si Strickland dito sa rack number 1. Sabi nga ng maraming pool master, alam na this, konting tusok lang itong 9. Pasok na yan para sa score number 1 ni Strickland. 1-0 ang score natin dito at winner's break no, yung kanilang breaking rule. At si Strickland pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 2. So panoorin natin kung maka-break and run siya dito.
Wind up in the middle of the table. Earl's break is better. Gets him harder.
2.
This right here could be the tone of the whole match. What happened here is a 1 and the 2 got tied up. If the 1 was open, say if the 1 was over here, Mike would cut it in the pocket and run out. But he doesn't have a shot on the 1.
So you can't finish if you can't start.
Right? Now that shot clock is working again. Mike's going to hear 15 seconds pretty quick.
It's 20 right now, 19. You watch it tick down. They're going to say 15. Listen.
He's looking to play the combination now.
Ito nga, nasa 10 seconds na lang itong si Mike Sigel at yun, nakuha niyang double combination yung nandoon sa corner pocket, no? Itong ball number 7. Mahusay din talaga itong si Mike Sigel sa mga ganyang klaseng tira. Bagamat kalaweti ito pero napakahusay niyang tumira, no? At dito nga mukhang hahabol ng puntos itong si Mike Sigel kay EARL Strickland dahil maganda na ang layout ng table para dito sa rack number 2.
Breed success.
Won't hit this hard either. Position play.
Got it. Earl.
He had to make sure he controlled that 1. So he really didn't want to smack that ball real hard. Mike should have no problem running the rest of these. Only the 5 might give him a problem. Now he has to position himself from the 3 to the 4.
this is a race to 9 format. First player to 9 wins it. In this case, wins the $15,000 prize money and the title world champion.
Touchy shot right here, Barry. He's got to go 2 rails. Looks like he's going 2 rails. No? Yep.
No, please, hit it.
Well, Mike got a lucky break there.
He'll take all of those he can get.
I don't blame him.
General consensus is that he gets more lucky breaks than anybody out there. There's Earl Strickland.
I kind of agree with the general consensus.
Pasok yung 5, maganda ang pinapakitang tumbok dito ni Mike Sigel, no? At mukhang nakuha na niya yung kanyang momentum dito sa packeting sa rack number 2. At kailangan niyang mukhang i-combination ni Mike Sigel itong 6 to 8 dito sa side packet. At tingnan natin kung magawa niya ito at ma-run out itong rack number 2.
Three combinations in this game.
He should be okay. It's not the greatest in the world, but he should be okay.
Keep your opponent on his seat. That's
looks like he'll pull the cue ball back over to where his arm is, where his hand is on the table. He's got to avoid the side pocket. That's the only problem.
No.
Whoa! Oh, he did luck.
Okay.
Ganda yung pagkakapinan ni Sigel doon at muntik pa siyang may scratch sa side pocket, no? Pero ganun pa man, umilag yung bola dyan at ito, nagkaroon siya ng chance na ipasok niya itong ball number 9. So natawa pa dyan si Strickland, pero talagang all-one ang score natin dyan. Mukhang sinuwerte talaga si Mike Sigel doon. Advantage tayo, no? Nagpanalo ng 3 sunod si Strickland doon at isa naman itong si Mike Sigel. Kaya 4-2 ang score natin dyan at dito maganda ang binrake ni Strickland, no? 3 bola kaagad ang pumasok. Tingnan natin kung ma-runout kaagad ni Strickland itong rack number 7.
Absolutely no problem. He's total control. Get on the 5, shoot the 6 on the side, 8 in the corner. Game over. 5-2.
And he's just playing very consistent pool.
He overdrew the ball. He's got to come off the side rail. No problem. Mike looks worried.
As well he should. This for 5-2. And Earl Strickland will still be...
Nga nang inaasahan, last ball na si Strickland, pumasok pa yung 9 dito sa corner pocket, no? Advantage sa kanya, 3 lamang na niya. 5-2 ang score natin dyan. Balik sa table itong si Strickland para sa breaking advantage. Lamang ng 3 puntos, 5-2 ang score at dito mukhang sinuwerte pa rin itong si Strickland, no? May pumasok na isang bola, kaya tingnan natin kung magawa ng paraan ni Strickland na maka-break and run dito sa rack number 8.
7 hits it, stays out. Safety. He's gonna play safe. He's either gonna play safe, knock the 1 ball over here, make the cue ball come 2 cushions right back here.
Knocked it right on the lines you drew.
No, he didn't hold the 1 closer to that rail.
Gave him a little window there.
Well,
I'm just trying to put him behind the 5 and I can't do it.
the score is 5-2. He's 8 feet away from the 1. On the rail, tough shot. But if I had anybody shooting this shot, this is the guy who I would want to shoot.
Consistent shot maker. Consistent game. It's been sitting for a little while.
Great shot. Great shot, great roll.
Mahusay yung pinakitang tira doon ni Mike Sigel, no, doon sa long shot na yun, at nai-roll niya ng maayos itong cue ball, kaya meron siyang possible shot dito sa object ball, at tingnan natin kung makagawa siya ng paraan para ma-break niya itong cluster ball dito sa corner pocket. At ito mukhang may pasok pa rin itong next object, kaya tingnan natin kung ma-run out ito ni Mike Sigel.
The orange ball. Five to the 6 on the side, pull over for the 7, follow it up, play the 8 in the corner and the 9 in the same pocket, the 7 went in.
Just taking a look at the 7 and the 9.
Gotta pull it over, pull the cue ball over. It's going down to the bottom rail and coming back up.
There's the 7 and 9. There's the shot, 6 drops, 2 rails. Perfect.
Oh, you can do one of two things. You can draw back, or you can hit it high.
Ito nga mukhang may chance na makapag-run out itong si Mike Sigel. Pasok yung 7 at konting push lang ito sa 8. Puposition na yan sa 9, no? Mukhang makakakuha ng isang puntos dito si Mike Sigel sa score nilang 5-2. At dito nga last ball siya sa rack number 8. Pasok ang 9. 5-3 ang score natin dyan, at si Mike Sigel pa rin ang breaking dito sa rack number 9, no? So tingnan natin kung makahabol siya at tumabla dito sa score ni Strickland na 5 and 3.
I don't blame him. My mouth could get a little dry for 15,000. But that 9 ball come close.
Right on the lip. Yeah. But nothing went.
Mike,
See you later.
Mike is not having any
Hits
rolls.
him like that, makes 2 balls. I mean, what is it?
This game is going to be over quick right here.
Looks like it.
He's got the 1 right here. He's got to pull it back right about here for the 2. Well, he's very careful. He didn't want to draw the cue ball on the side. 9 ball right here, combination.
No problem.
Very easy.
There it is.
Dito nga naka-combination si Strickland, no? Additional point ka agad dyan. 6-3 ang lamang ni Strickland ay 3 rack, at dito magbe-break pa rin si Strickland dito sa rack number 10, at ito mukhang pasok yung 9, no? Easy score ka agad dito, kaya additional 1 point dito kay Strickland. At 7-3 ang score natin. Lamang na si Strickland ng 4. Race to 9 lang ito, mga kaibigan, mga kabilyard. Mukhang kinakabahan na dito si Mike Sigel, no? At lumawak na yung lamang ni Strickland dito kay Sigel. Kaya ito mukhang disappointed at hindi makapaniwala ito si Sigel. Pero nandito pa rin si Strickland, 7-3, nasa breaking advantage pa siya. So panoorin natin kung maka-break and run pa dito sa rack number 11.
That's an old pool term, isn't it? Schmooze?
Come on, why not?
Look where Earl's
God,
cue
boy.
ball is. Absolutely, positively perfect. Right in the middle of the table. He's got a good opening right here. He's got the 2 ball right along the side rail. But he's got a little problem. With the 3. He's got a little problem with the 3 and the 8. So what he's going to try to do is make this ball come over here, try to open these balls up, or get behind them right here.
So first things first. And there's the first thing. Now here's the next. Perfect shot.
Once in a while I'm right.
Most of the time.
He could have got a little better break on the 3. Although for a player with his style, it should be an easy shot. 4 next. Oh, the ball twisted.
Dito nga mukhang sumalang yung tira niya sa 5 sa side pocket, hindi pumasok yan. At umikot yung cue ball para bumalik, no? Dahil dyan nakakuha ng chance ngayon si Mike Sigel para makatira dito sa rack number 11. So tingnan natin kung ma-steal ni Sigel itong rack 11 dito kay Strickland. At dito nga nagsimula ng magpapasok ng bola. Kaya tingnan natin kung ma-run out niya nga ito.
Would have been 8-3.
That's right. That's 7-3 now. Mike Siegel's going to have to get.
It's going to be 7-4 now. If Mike wins this match, if he wins, the turning point of the match is that twist right there. And it wasn't a bad hit by Earl. It wasn't a bad shot by Earl. It's just an unexplainable fate that does happen in this game where the ball grabs and goes the other way.
Happened at a very bad time for that man.
Is that a miracle?
You hear him say that's a miracle, and it does happen, but not too often. It just happened to happen to Earl right there.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
look what he did here. Look what he did.
Ito nga, tulad ng inaasahan, medyo malakas lang yung tira dito ni Sigel, pero meron siyang chance na ibang shot dito sa ibaba, ano, sa corner pocket. At medyo malawak yung kaalaman ni Sigel dito sa ganitong mga klaseng tira. Kaya check natin at itry natin kung magagawa nga ito ni Mike Sigel. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
So here's the
He
shot.
can't go low on this. If he goes anywhere, he better go high. Made it.
That's a great shot.
Dito nga, nasa pole ni Mike Sigel, no, yung bank shot na yun, pasok sa corner pocket. 7-4 ang score natin, lamang na 3 puntos pa rin itong si EARL Strickland, 7-4. Si Sigel pa rin ang nasa breaking advantage dito sa rack number 12. At ito nga, mukhang malakas yung tira niya, may pumasok sa side pocket. Medyo humarang itong 9, no? At may possibility na i-combination ni Mike Sigel itong 9 dito sa 4. Kaya tingnan natin kung magawa ni Sigel ito. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
Let me explain something. What could happen here? He could very simply make the 9 go in his pocket. If he hits it off the rail here into the 4, the 9 is going to go across the table into the corner pocket.
Let's see if he can do it. Fascinating shot here if he makes it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
impossible.
he hit it bad. He hit it bad.
Medyo napasobra ng lalim yung tira niya doon sa combination, no? Kaya umangat yung 9 at hindi pumasok. At dito nga mapapansin niyo itong 2, medyo pumasok ng konti sa ilalim ng 4, kaya yun, hindi tumama doon sa eksaktong spot, kaya hindi pumasok yung 9. At dahil dyan nagkaroon ng chance si Strickland para steal niya itong rack number 12. Panoorin natin, medyo mahirap pa ito at mukhang magko-combination dito si Strickland.
God. Well, you're talking about some crucial shots. That was crucial.
Mike has no
God,
shot.
was that ever crucial?
Mike is going to wind up playing safe. Looks like he's going to shoot the 2 down past this ball and put the cue ball right here.
Another phenomenon about this sport, Steve, that's fascinating to me is it's the only sport I can think of where the competitors actually talk it over with the crowd.
Yeah. Relaxes you.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Lee Trevino's the same way in golf.
Yeah, he is.
Chi-Chi. A couple of the other guys
Sure.
I know. Earl has no way to hit this ball. He's got to go 3 rails. And hope and cross it right this way, back down. Hope.
Ito nga mukhang mag-3 rail kick shot si Strickland at yun, muntik pang pumasok yung 2 na yun sa kanyang 3 rail kick shot, no? Napakahusay talaga. Kinaliwa pa yun ni Strickland, no? Talagang nasa peak ng paglalaro itong si Strickland sa panahon na yan. Kaya siya number 1 sa ranking sa World Pool Association, no? At dito nga medyo may tira pa rin si Mike Sigel at nag-play safe ulit si Mike Sigel at dinikit niya itong cue ball dito sa 8 para talaga mahirapan si Strickland.
Got to keep playing these saves until Earl makes some kind of mistake. So Earl, what he's going to try to do this time is to go down to the bottom rail right here and come back up and hit this ball.
Got it
He did.
again. Almost knocked it in the
shot.
hole.
Oh! Earl got away with a shot again. Earl's running lucky. Here's what happened this time.
Tough guy to follow, huh?
He came close to the 5, but even if he can make the 2 in this side pocket, he can't get positioned down for the 3, which is right here. Very tough to do. And he's thinking. He doesn't know what to do. Safety coming up here, I'll bet.
He's got 10 seconds left.
You better pull the trigger pretty soon.
Yeah, all right.
He got away with it.
Nice shot.
He got away with it, but Earl's got
trying to do that.
Earl's got an easy hit here. He can go off the side rail back here, hit this 2, and he could very possibly snooker Mike for the next shot with the cue ball remaining down in this area, put in a 2-ball backup. Earl, the master of the jump shot, can't jump this far.
That's a long jump.
Watch the 2. 2 might stay up.
Oh, hit the 7.
Perfect shot. Perfect shot.
Here's another look at it.
Tough man to
He
follow.
just skimmed the 2. Kept the 2 on this side of the table and put the cue ball up top. Siegel said he's a tough man to follow.
Yeah, it is. This game's being played like a championship game.
Yeah, it's getting late.
It's getting late, he said. I'm going to try to cut it in. When he says that, I know what he's doing. Right behind the 7. He's going to cut it right in.
Close.
Mike is missing. When he's on, he makes those shots. 2 in the upper corner this time. Pull back off this rail for the 3 in this pocket right here.
So now Strickland can take care of some business on his own.
Well, the 4 and 6 are tied up. No pocket for the 4. It looks like he can make the 4 in the pocket by the 7. Good shot. He's got to pick this clean. You better watch out here. If he hits that 6.
Medyo alanganin sa posisyon itong 4, no, dito sa 6 at naka-cluster ito. Tingnan natin kung hindi tamaan at may pasok itong 4 sa designated packet, at yun nga naipasok ni Strickland. Magaling siya doon sa tira na yun, kaya nagkaroon siya ng chance ngayon para ipasok sa side packet itong 5. At tingnan natin kung maranot ni Strickland itong rack number 12.
Oop, oop, bad shot.
Yeah, dog it.
I don't know. I don't know if he's got room to make that ball. Looks like he does.
I'll take a second to think
Oh
about
yeah,
this.
he's got plenty of room.
Scared the ball skidding, so I went into the 8.
That handheld on the floor is doing a wonderful job. He's a great cameraman down there.
Want to take a bow, Jeff Zachary?
Great shot. How about that? Take a bow there, Earl Strickland. 8-4 Strickland.
Strickland's playing great.
Dito nga mukhang nakuha na ni Strickland yung kanyang momentum, no, at meron siyang magandang ball position dito sa 9, at mukhang makaka first top of the hill itong si Strickland. Yun nga, 8-4 ang score natin dyan. Talagang nilamangan niya si Mike Sigel. Last rack si Strickland dito sa rack number 15, at yun nga 13. Pumasok yung 9 pero na-scratch din si Strickland, no? Kaya very bad mood dyan si Strickland.
Go in the hole, so was everybody in
Oh
this
my
arena.
God.
It went in the hole, but so did the cue ball.
They saw the 9 go in the hole, and everybody got up. What a break. What a break.
Look at that.
Look
That's
at
what
this.
everybody saw, including me.
Ito nga mukhang hindi talaga makapaniwala si Strickland na mananalo na sana siya dahil na sa break sa 9, pero humila doon sa side pocket, no, kaya na-scratch siya. Ball in hand advantage naman dito kay Mike Sigel. So tingnan natin kung makalusot si Mike Sigel dito sa rack number 13.
Mike has a tough run out here. There is no tomorrow.
Taking a long look at this. That's the ball he has to hit, the 2 ball.
Little reverse English here. Great shot. Great shot. He's got to stretch. He's got to shoot over a ball. And he's got to get position for the 4. Make sure he comes out far enough off the rail so he avoids the 6. Good shot.
Ball right into the corner. Back to the 6. He's got it going right now. Long way back though. Trails by 4 games.
He hasn't won this one yet.
At mukhang sineryoso na nga nito si Mike Sigel, no, dahil umahabol siya ng puntos dito. Last rack si Strickland, 4 pa lang si Mike Sigel, raised to 9. At dito nga, last 2 balls siya para sa rack number 13. Mukhang may chance naman siyang makahabol dahil ito, last ball siya dito sa 9. At mukhang mag-advantage na naman, no? Plus 1 siya dito, 8-5 ang score natin. Kaya lamang pa rin si Strickland ng 3 puntos. At si Mike Sigel pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 14. At panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
And in his mind, he is the best player. And there's...
In a lot of people's
I was
minds,
just going to say, he has a lot of support to that.
What?
Yes. So the 9 ball drops, and the cue ball doesn't for Mike Sigel.
1, 2. What a Miz, let a 4 in a row go in, huh?
Whoa.
Huh? Is it really there?
Shoot
or
out
what?
here.
There's another look
9
at it.
right. Ugh. 4 almost kicked it out.
4 was very kind. Here's another look from up top.
Split them wide open. Clear out the alley. 9 in the
1,
corner.
that was 1.
What did I say?
wants-
It's 6.
He wants to make 4.
Doon nga sa break na yun, no, sinwerte si Mike Sigel, naka-break sa 9, kaya 6-8 ang score natin. Humahabol si Sigel dito. At tingnan natin kung magtuloy-tuloy itong break advantage ni Sigel.
9 wins the championship. $8,000 difference. First
go.
and
No.
second.
Count here.
7 rock? It's all right. It's okay.
Mike's pumped up now.
Well, he's got the 1 into this pocket right here. What's he going to do with the 2? Gotta look to play a combination. Whew. I don't know what he's going to do. Better be concerned with making the 1. He's got to play what we call cinch pool. Make sure he makes every shot.
Got that one in.
Cinch.
Safety. Coming right here.
That, incidentally, is what he meant by cinch.
He's going to clip the 2. Maybe put the cue ball down over behind these balls right here. Be surprised if he goes with his bank. Yes,
Yeah.
he tried it.
Hit something.
He tried it. That's
Don't line up.
Oh.
Look at this ball. What is that doing?
Well, now what?
I don't know what he was thinking about there.
Huh? Look at how bad I hit that. Man, oh man.
There again, you talk about your bad shots, you don't talk about the good shots. Why don't you come back and talk about dropping that 9 ball?
Well, we've got a combination and a run out. He's got to play position on the 2. If he gets position on the 2, I think he's going to win.
There's the 8 ball. Remember, he only needs this game.
Well, the length of the table. Sitting in the chair a long time. But this is his strong point, making these type of shots.
He's going to walk the nerves off here.
He's got the whole length of the table. The whole length of the table to make this ball in his pocket come off the rail right about here and make the 3 next.
He feels it. He feels it. Tough shot.
Ito nga mukhang mahirap na tira ito at ganun pa man naipasok pa rin ni Strickland yung tira na yun, no? At nakakuha siya ng magandang ball position. Last rock si Strickland dito at tingnan natin kung masuswertihan niya at manalo dito sa final match championship sa 1998 World 9 Ball Champion.
He better get out here.
Oh. Stop right there.
Don't give Mike Siegel another
Come on,
chance.
darling.
Mike's looking like he's resigned to the fact that he's going to finish second.
4 in the
there.
pocket, draw a little back for the 5. Well, he's off my line a little.
Not too bad.
Don't get straight. That's one important thing he doesn't want to do.
I've been doing it all my life, and I did it again.
He doesn't
Same
want
thing
to. He
over and
didn't
over.
want to do that. He's straight in. He has no angle.
Ito nga mukhang dumiretso itong sais, no, kaya kakailangan ng backspin ni Strickland ito at aiming sa sais. Medyo makapal yung tira, manipis yung tira doon ni Strickland kaya nag cliff hanging doon at kumalog sa corner pocket. At very disappointed dito si Strickland, no? Panalo na sana siya pero hindi pa pumasok yung sais para lang makakuha ng ball position sa 9. Back to table naman itong si Mike Siegel at kailangan niyang pinahin itong sais para dito sa kanilang match.
No. I am glad I am up here. I'm fainting on every shot up here.
Earl Strickland's got to sit and think about that one.
I'm going to try to cut this in, I hope.
He did.
Now what?
Oh!
Now what?
There we go.
Now what?
That's what I wanted.
This isn't a hanger.
Cut this one if I miss it, all right?
This one goes in the upper corner. He's gonna try to make it all the way down here, slice his ball.
Ito nga mukhang one miss Yuday ang tira dito ni Siegel. Pipinahin niya itong 9 sa corner pocket na malayo, no, long shot ito. At ito nga medyo makapal yung tira ni Siegel, kumalog at ito siguradong panalo na dito si Strickland.
Looks like Earl's a winner.
I can handle this one.
He can handle it.
He did. Earl Strickland.
Ito nga panalo si Strickland, no, world champion sa kanilang dalawa ni Mike Siegel at mukhang maganda talagang pinakita dito ni Strickland. At susunod na maglalaban si Strickland naman versus dito kay Efren Bata Reyes. Panoorin natin tong interview ni Strickland.
That's the first time he's smiled, I think, in about a week. Earl Strickland, 9 games to 6 over Mike Siegel. Wasn't easy, but it was pretty.
Look at this.
He wins it. We'll come back to talk with the winner after this. You know what struck me? I almost wish it could have been in the audience. It was a great match to watch.
Well, I used to be in the audience, but I'm up here playing now. And Mike's a great competitor, and it came down to me and him. I was number 1, he's number 2, and I think that's the way it should have been.
Yeah, 2 great players, and that's got to be that much more gratifying. The fact that you did beat a guy like Mike Siegel.
Well, he's not easy to beat. I think he taught me how to play.
Dito na tayo sa pangalawang match, Efren Reyes versus Strickland. Ito yung 1996 Color of Money. Race to 120 ito, no, 9 ball sila at dito nga mukhang magbabanatan itong dalawa na ito sa 3 araw. Race to 120 ang kanilang paglalabanan at ang mapapanalunan nila dito ay $100,000. So napakalaking halaga po yan sa panahon na yan. At dito nanalo si Reyes sa sa lag, kaya siya yung nag-break dito sa rack number 1. Mukhang maganda yung break dyan ni Reyes, may pumasok na bola at meron siyang available shot, no? Pero tumalbog yung cue ball at na-foul si Reyes dyan, kaya ball in hand naman pala dito kay EARL Strickland. So tingnan natin kung ma-run out ni Strickland itong rack number 1. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
Given the level of competition here and the level of talent we've got, certainly that advantage of winning the lag has been lost to Efren Reyes. And the position of the ball certainly looks like it's not going to be a difficult task for EARL Strickland to finish this one off.
Well, his opening shot left a lot to be desired. He failed to draw the ball, and it looks like Efren may get yet another crack at this game. Now, this is what Efren has to do to win this match. He needs to be able to create things from nothing, and here he has he's given a shot that he has to kick at the ball, which is one of the facets of his game that he does very well. And if he can turn shots like this around, that's what he needs to do to win this match. He's made a nice hit.
Okay. Well, Efren Reyes did not get dubbed as the magician for nothing, and one of the strong facets of his game, I believe, is his ability to position the ball well.
Not only offensively, but defensively. And
correct.
He kicks to the right side of the ball for favorable things to turn out. Now, Earl's opened up his inning with a terrific shot. He had to play a carom shot with a little bit of draw, and just an absolute terrific shot.
Oh, this is where he wants to be.
He's eyeing up the shot as though he may be slightly hooked on the corner. Great shot.
Yeah. You know, I was talking to Efren earlier, and he was saying that EARL Strickland might have a slight advantage with the bigger pockets that he perceives is what they're playing at this juncture. Would you say that that's an accurate statement?
Well, I think it lends itself to Earl's type of offensive game, and maybe deprives Efren a little bit of his top quality safety play.
Ito nga, mukhang nakuha na ni Strickland yung kanyang momentum, no, sa kanyang tira. At mapapansin natin dito, pareho silang nasa peak ng kanilang paglalaban dito sa match na ito, no. Isa ito sa pinaka-icon ng best matches ni Efren Reyes at ni EARL Strickland dito sa Hong Kong. Ginanap sa Hong Kong yan, mga kaibigan, mga kabilyard, no. Ito nga, last ball si Strickland dito sa rack number 1, aiming sa 9 sa side pocket. At naka first blood si EARL Strickland dito sa laban nila, 1-0. At breaking advantage, no, or winner's break yung kanilang breaking rule. Kaya si Strickland ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 2. Panoorin natin, mga kabilyard.
And as you could hear, that was a crushing break, and I would estimate that to be in the vicinity of 28 miles an hour. And you can see his cue ball control was pretty good. This comes from the fact that he trained so darn hard. He really practices, and this requires the same level of attention that a tee shot would for a golfer. You just don't go out and hit 18 of them in one day and say you got your tee shot down. You got to go out and hit buckets of balls. Well, this guy trains for the break the same way.
You were telling me earlier that EARL Strickland takes this game very seriously, and not just as a matter of a game that you play. He brings it up to a level of an intense sport.
Right. He treats it as a sport. He exercises daily, and
walang magandang natira doon si Strickland, kaya nag-push lang siya dito at tinatry niyang i-chase itong si Efren Reyes, no, dito sa tira sa rack number 2 na ito. Tingnan natin kung ma-bait ni Strickland itong si Reyes. Panoorin natin, mga kabilyard.
To do at this juncture?
Well, he's declined the shot, so we're going to get to see a patented jump shot by Earl Strickland, and I would venture to say that you will see this ball made.
Well, brace up, folks.
I hope we have good insurance over here from the angle.
I'll deflect it for you.
Well, my first prediction of the day is...
Ito nga, binalik ni Reyes yung tira kay Strickland. Nag-jump shot naman si Strickland pero tumalbog yung bola. At sa pagkakataon na ito, si Efren Reyes naman ang may chance na i-run out itong rack number 2, no, dahil ball in hand advantage ito. At dito nga mapansin niyo talagang mahusay sa mga ganitong klaseng tira si Reyes at nakakakuha siya ng 96% run out sa kanyang mga ball in hand advantage. Panoorin natin kung paano i-clean up ni Reyes itong rack number 2.
Don't like to lose at anything, whether it be chess or pool or golf.
You've mentioned golf a couple of times. You know, when Team America came to the Philippines a couple of years back, I learned that most of the pool players from the States play a lot of golf. Why is that?
Well, the games are very similar. It's a stroke and a swing, and you try to take a slow backswing just like you would in pool. And so the touch, you know, around the greens, the pool players tend to be pretty good in their short games.
Seems to me you've had your time in the fairways.
No, I don't. I'm trying to perfect my pool skills. I still haven't quite gotten them up there where I'd like them to be.
Well, this gentleman certainly, Efren Reyes.
Ito nga, pasok yung 8, last ball si Reyes, tumutok pa ng husto dito sa 9 para sa tie, no, sa kanilang laban na ito. At ito nga pumasok, all-1 ang score natin, raised to 120 yan. At nasa 50 sila dito sa first match nila, first day, at may 3 days silang maglalaban. At dito nga mapapansin niyo yung focus nitong si Efren Reyes sa kanyang break. At dito medyo maganda na yung break ni Reyes, may pumasok na bola at hindi na tumalon yung cue ball, no, kaya may break chance si Reyes dito na ma-run out niya. Kaya panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
This makes this shot that much tougher, but just a matter of making the ball, I would see no problem. And as you can see, he handled that problem with absolute ease, and this comes from all the years of rotation play where you're perpetually always playing off other balls.
That's a basic game that Filipinos play, and that is where Efren has honed his skills in the billiard halls of Manila and the Philippines. One thing with Efren, he plays with no emotion at all. He's got his nerves in check. And he just goes about his business.
Ang nakuha ni Reyes yung momentum niya dito sa rack number 3, no, aiming siya sa 8, last 2 ball. At ito pasok yung 8, tutok na tutok itong bola, no, sa cue ball sa 9. Mukhang ito ma-overtake na ng 1 puntos. 2-1 ang score natin dyan, lamang na si Efren Reyes. Siya pa rin ang nasa breaking advantage sa rack number 4, no. At tingnan natin kung makalayo pa si Reyes dito sa kanyang tira.
Efren plays at a real good pace, and then Earl plays lightning fast by comparison. What a wonderful break that was. He had the cue ball absolutely stopped until it was kissed. And he's obtained a shot. This is a little bit testy. Even though the 2 ball is fairly close to the pocket, he has to cut it down the rail and use a little bit of speed, and that makes that pocket that less forgiving.
Let's see how it fares here.
Well, he didn't hit it perfect. You can see he hit just a little bit heavy, and he lost enough of the momentum on the cue ball that he may be forced into a safety position now. He can hit the ball. I'm just not sure if it passes by the 6. So. Oh, terrific shot.
Great shot. He makes it look oh so easy.
He's still got one more tough shot to keep his concentration for it. nothing's ever easy, nor can it be taken for granted.
Ito nga, mukhang nakuha na rin ni Reyes yung momentum niya sa kanyang mga pocketing. At last 2 ball si Reyes sa rack number 4. Aiming siya dito sa object ball, pasok. At nakuha pa niya makaposisyon dito sa 9. Last ball si Reyes sa rack number 4. Mukhang aabante pa ng 1 puntos dito si Reyes, no? At ito nga, pasok yung 9. 3-1 ang score natin dyan. Lamang ng 2 puntos si Reyes sa laban nila ni Efren Reyes.
But as Mark Wilson pointed out, one small mistake can do win in this kind of a format. A lot of people say Efren is more comfortable with the 8-ball format. Is that true?
Well, he's had good success in that, but I don't think so. I think some of the times he had trouble winning tournaments for a while, but it wasn't through lack of skill. It's that the players are so good and the matches are short enough that he doesn't have time to allow his skills to override a few fortunate shots. So Efren's come through with 3 quick racks, and now he was forced into a real tough position where he had to bank a ball, and he took a risky shot and it didn't turn out. And Earl steps to the table and makes a terrific shot. You know, always that first shot of any inning is ultra important to establish yourself at the table, to establish control of the table. Even if you don't get ideal position as a player, you need to make that ball, and then maybe if you have to play safe on the preceding shot, so be it.
What do you think is Earl faced with now, Mark?
Well, he's got to deal with this 8-9, and it's not an easy situation with the 7-ball straight across the table on the rail.
So what would he want to do at this juncture after the 7?
It looks like he may be able to play a carom shot, but if he can get the cue ball all the way across.
At dito nga, mukhang hindi magpapatalo si Strickland. Pasok yung 7. At sinipat niya ng karambola itong 8 sa 9, no? Sa corner pocket. At dito nga, pumasok yung 9 sa karambola. 3-2 ang score natin dyan. At lamang pa rin ng 1 punto si Reyes. At tingnan natin sa breaking advantage si Strickland dito sa rack number 6. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
Serious.
Another dynamic break, and you can see the cue ball had a little side spin on it, and he still got that much power into it. Normally when you leave spin on the cue ball, that's an indicator of less than maximum power into the rack. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him play a safety. He'll try to put the cue ball below the 2. The 1 ball in the NDL. Oh, he's executed it flawlessly.
Perfect shot there by Earl Strickland.
And these are just the very situations that Efren needs to turn around in order to win this match.
Well, he's been known to do that a few times in his career.
An absolute fantastic shot, and another byproduct of rotation play. You're forced to kick up balls like that, and he's an absolute expert. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Earl try to put the cue ball back where the cue ball had just left for Earl, or Efren, right below the 2 ball again. Yeah,
that's where he puts it. Life isn't very easy for Efren these days.
No, he's really got it buried in there this time. And
nga tinago yung cue ball sa likuran ng ball number 2, no? At tingnan natin si Reyes kung makuha na niya ng kick shot itong object ball. At dito nga tinamaan niya at hindi tumama doon sa 1. Kaya tinira niya, hindi tumama sa 1, foul yan. Ball in hand advantage kay Earl Strickland. 3-2 ang score natin dito at mukhang may chance si Strickland na tumabla dito sa rack number 6. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
3 games to 2.
Earl's made a real nice 4-rail position shot. He took quite a bit of power, and he laid it in there just nice.
That says a lot for a player who's known as a power player, that he can lay back on a shot when it needs to be laid back.
Well, he had a tough position there, and he made a good shot, but I'm not sure that he's going to be rewarded. Yeah, he's hit it perfect. He's going to have to hit another power shot. He hit it perfectly.
No problems here to pick up his third.
Ito nga tulad ng inaasahan, last 2 balls siya, pasok yung 8 sa corner pocket. Last ball si Strickland, tutok na tutok sa 9. Konting tira lang ito, pasok na yung 9, no? Tabla na tayo dito mga kaibigan, mga kabilyard, all 3 na. May chance pa si Strickland na makapag-break dito sa rack number 7. Ito yung $100,000 color of money, Efren Reyes versus EARL Strickland. Ginanap yan, no, sa Hong Kong noong 1996 at maglalaban sila sa laban na ito ng 120 racks at ito nga naka-posisyon na naman si Strickland dahil may pumasok na bola sa side pocket at maganda yung kanyang break na yan. Tingnan natin kung maka-break and run dito sa rack number 7.
We're playing this match, ladies and gentlemen, at Ridgeway's Bar and Restaurant in Hong Kong. They've dubbed it as the color of money. 9-ball challenge between 2 top caliber pool players. Oh. What's the Earl reacting to?
Yeah, I think he was slightly distracted from a crowd member, and we are in pretty close quarters here for competition of this nature. However, both the players are aware of it, and I'm sure that the distraction will go both ways. Efren Bata is a real tactician of the game. If you notice, he achieves a lot of very nice angles so that you'll just see him use soft spin shots as opposed to the power game. He has the power game, he just chooses not to use it all the time, and it's a little more efficient for him to play that way.
A very controlled manner of playing has characterized the career of Efren Reyes. Well, in the Philippines, he is known as Bata, which means young, but by no means is he the younger of these 2 competitors.
No, but still at heart, I think he might be.
Efren is actually 42 years old. Earl is 35.
Tuloy-tuloy na yung momentum ni Reyes, no? Last 2 balls siya dito sa rack number 7. Aiming sa 8 dito sa corner pocket. Mukha talagang babalik sa kalamangan itong si Reyes at ito naitutok niya dito sa side pocket, no, itong 9 at mukhang abante ulit si Reyes ng 1 puntos. Pasok yung 9, 4-3 ang score natin dyan. Lamang na rin ng 1 puntos si Reyes at humahabol si EARL Strickland, no. Nasa breaking advantage ulit itong si Reyes, kaya tingnan natin mga kabilyard.
So much so that pro players practicing by themselves can only do it for sustain the intensity for maximum play for about an hour by themselves, and they do it every day and train that way. Now Efren's made a nice break here. He now leads in the match 4-3, and he's going to have to do something with the cue ball to break out the 3 from the 8. That's a real problem. And he can take a little gamble here, because even if he doesn't get the breakout, he should obtain some type of a safety play on the ball. Now he has a real easy safety sitting there for him, and I think we're going to see him play it. He's going to try to move the cue ball just 2 inches ahead to stick it to the 8.
Yun, nasa long shot itong ball number 3, ganun pa man, na-shoot ng mabuti ni Efren Reyes yun, no? Napakahusay ng tira na yun, dahil dyan nakakuha siya ng magandang ball position sa 4. At tingnan natin kung ma-run out ni Reyes itong rack number 8 at umover siya, no? Lumamang dito kay Strickland sa kanilang first day race to 50.
See him lay off the speed a little bit. No, he's wound up and he's going to attack the 7 ball. And I think this was going to be one gamble that didn't pay off.
That's not what he wanted to do.
Now, he knew it. He recognized the 7 was there, and he thought he could hit it hard enough to get onto the other side of it. But
dito nga medyo sumagwa yung tira dyan ni Reyes na pasobra, no? Kaya humarang itong 7 sa dediretso sana dito sa side pocket, pero medyo mahina yan, kaya ito kailangan pang i-kickshot ni Reyes itong ball number 5. At dahil nakaharang itong 7, medyo alanganin ito mga kaibigan, mga kabilyard, no? Pero tingnan natin discarded dito ni Reyes. At dito nga nag-intentional foul na lang si Reyes, pero unfortunately mukhang naka 1 ball yung 5 to 6, no? At kakailanganin pang i-combination ni Strickland itong tira na ito. Mukhang napakadali at hindi sumalang, no, doon sa combination spot. Tingnan natin kung matapos ni Strickland itong rack number 8.
yeah, terrific shot. Another great shot.
Napakahusay nung tira ni Strickland na yan. Last ball si Strickland sa rack number 8. Mukhang tatabla na naman tayo dito mga kabilyard. At yun nga, pasok yung 9. All 4 ang score natin dyan. At si Strickland pa rin ang nasa breaking advantage dito sa rack number 9. At napakalakas nung tira na yan ni Strickland. May pumasok sa side pocket. Pero tingnan natin kung may available shot siya dito sa object ball. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
He would have had a pretty good chance to run these balls out. Unfortunately, the 4 has impeded his shot to the 2. And we're either looking at a push-out situation or a safety. If the safety is possible, I'm sure he'll take that, because a push-out situation is never palatable for the person pushing out. It's always to the incoming player's advantage. He's going to have to push out.
Just call it for a push.
Yeah, you can even hear the sigh in his voice. He hated to have to do this. Sometimes you'll even see some of these players kick at balls when they're not forced to, just because the turnaround of a push out is never to your advantage. I think this was a good decision on Efren's part to turn the table over. Even if he obtains a safety from here, it'll be a terrific shot, and by no means is it likely that he'll be able to snooker Efren in addition to play safe.
These players have shown a lot of finesse. Let's see what EARL Strickland comes up with.
Ultra soft speed. And he made a terrific shot just to have what happened occur, but I'm not sure just what he's left Efren. It's hard to tell from our angles, but I'm certain that Efren can hit the ball. I'm just not certain that I know that the 6 is off the rail. I'm not certain what he can do to possibly make an offensive or defensive shot from here.
Well, Efren shook his head a bit and is looking intently at the table. I tell you, he makes very fast decisions.
Mukhang naisahan niya si Strickland, no, nakapag-combination itong si Reyes at dumulas yung kanyang spot dito, tira, para lang makakuha ng magandang posisyon si Reyes. At dito mukhang maganda na nga yung layout ng table para kay Reyes, no? So mukhang may chance si Reyes na ma-run out nitong rack number 9.
Probably the measure of a good pool player is to be able to make the decision when to gamble, when to play it safe.
Absolutely, yeah. You can't always play conservative in this game. There's times when you have to take a little chance and you have to weigh the risk and reward. But in order to make intelligent decisions, you have to be so terribly experienced that if you're not 40 years old, you're not going to have a glimmer of hope of beating one of these gentlemen.
Oh, yes. You said earlier that Efren is always the player to beat. What makes him so?
Well, his background in rotation, and then He's
At doon nga nakapag-combination sa 9 si Efren Reyes, kaya advantage siya dyan ng 5-4, no? Siya pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 10. Mukhang sinuwerte si Reyes doon sa combination na yun at ball positioning niya, kaya siya nagkaroon ng score ulit. 5-4 ang score natin, lamang ng 1 punto si Reyes, pero dahil sa break na yan, very dry break, kaya back to table itong si Strickland para makakuha siya ng chance, no, makahabol ulit dito kay Efren Reyes. Panoorin natin mga kabilyard.
What's Earl looking at now, Mark?
well, he doesn't have much of a shot here. I think he's looking at playing this ball rail first, maybe for a safety. No, he was playing it rail first. And, he wasn't playing for safety. He was playing for the win.
Yeah.
And he was going to try to make the ball.
Well, these are the situations where one has to take full control and take advantage of such an occasion.
Due to the location of the balls, this would be one of the racks that falls into about the 10% area, where I think that it's very difficult to run these balls out there. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with it, so I'm not certain that we're going to see a run out here. No, he hit nice speed, but just a little bit off, and now he's forced to kick and maybe a costly turnover.
Yung position ng object ball, kaya chance ni Reyes dito na mag-play safe muna or mag-push at i-trap niya, no, lure niya itong si Strickland dito sa post ni Efren Reyes para sa safety play. At tingnan natin kung paano niya gagawin diskarte na ito mga kabilyard.
Generally preferred for this. Made a nice try. And to make matters worse, he even moved the 4 into a more ideal location for Earl.
Yes.
I would venture to say we'll see a win from this ball in hand.
As he said, Earl can get very aggressive and he gets so
Mukhang mataas yung confidence ni Strickland, no, sa mga tira niya dahil napakabilis ng kanyang pacing sa pagtira at ito nga mukhang maganda talaga yung pinapakita dito ni Strickland na napakahusay ng kanyang mga cue ball control and positioning. Dahil dyan nakakuha siya ng magandang position dito sa 8 at makita natin na mukhang tatabla ulit tayo dito sa rack number 10, no, dahil sa pinapakitang tira nitong si Strickland. At ito nga last ball para sa tabla at yan nga all 5, no, ang score natin parehong halaga yan at si Strickland pa rin ang magbe-break dito sa rack number 11. So tingnan natin na panoorin mga kabilyard.
The crucial things for anybody out there that's watching this would like to get better at the game, make sure they always swing smoothly through the cue ball.
follow through just like that.
Now on these breaks, these power breaks, you really see a protracted follow through that you wouldn't use on the other shot, and it's just like with a golf swing, as we were talking. It's a longer swing to get more tip speed up, and that translates to more power. But maintaining that long swing with accuracy, that's the hardest thing to do in all of sport.
Well, the crowd is certainly enjoying the level of play that we're witnessing here. None more than the promoter of this match, Mr. Bob Moore of Ridgeways. He's certainly been very upbeat about this.
And I think I might also be guilty of enjoying this quite a bit.
That makes two of us.
Nasa last 3 ball na si Strickland sa rack number 11. Mukhang aabante naman si Strickland dito ng score, no? At last 2 ball nagmamadali si Strickland sa mga tira niya. Very fast pacing kasing tumira itong si Strickland eh. At doon nga pasok yung 9, 6-5, no? Ang score dyan, lamang na si Strickland ng isang rack. Siya pa rin ang nasa breaking advantage. Kaya tingnan natin kung maka-break and run siya dito sa rack number 12.
Conducts himself, and I think it has something to do with the high level of play that he can obtain.
You can see by his reaction how intense a player Earl Strickland is.
Well, he hasn't been blessed with much fortune off the break. He's hit a couple of crushing breaks, made balls on the break, stopped the cue ball on the break, and just not been lucky enough to obtain a good opening shot. And we're going to see a mass ace, right? Oh, and he hit a terrific shot. He hit a terrific shot. He was just not rewarded once again. And he really hasn't been the beneficiary of much of the luck.
Tira na yun, medyo sumablay talaga si Strickland, no? Kaya back to table kaagad itong si Efren Reyes para dito naman sa 1 at makaposisyon sa 2. Pasok yung 1 at tutok si Reyes dito sa kanyang next object ball. Kaya tingnan natin at paanoorin mga kabilyard.
You know, when you talk about the scores, there's not going to be any losers at this match. Everybody, both players are going to end up winning by just being a participant. I know both of them look forward to participating, and the entire sport and all the billiard world wins at this event.
Certainly the awareness being created by this match will certainly reward this sport.
Efren made a nice position shot there, and it looks like it should not be a problem for him to take care of the remaining 5 balls on the table. He hits the pocket so nicely, the ball just gets there with just enough speed to go in the pocket cleanly. Even if he hits one slightly errant.
Mukhang maganda na yung pinapakitang pocketing ni Reyes dito. Bagamat lamang pa rin ang 1 punto si Strickland at dito mukhang tatabla na si Reyes sa kanilang score na 6-5, no, lamang si Strickland. Aiming siya dito sa 8 at ito last ball siya dito sa rack number 12. Mukhang tatabla dito si Efren Bata Reyes. At dito nga pumasok yung 9. Tabla tayo mga kaibigan at pagpapatuloy po natin itong video na ito sa next video.